Hello, everyone. Once again, it is Mr. G, the History Teach, bringing you the second part in our Misconceptions in History. Today will be a presidential review. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is probably facts you may have heard throughout the course of school, and these are misconceptions that have been taught about our presidents. So, the very first one I want to bring up is the big man himself, Mr. $1 bill, George Washington. And so, what I want to discuss is arguably the most famous misconception, which comes back to the whole story about the cherry tree. So, this story, if you've never heard it, basically goes that George Washington was 6 years old. He chopped down his father's cherry tree. When his dad asked him what happened, he said, "I cannot tell a lie. I did it with my hatchet," or some variation of that. The reality is, this never happened. It's 100% fictional. And you have to thank a gentleman by the name of Mason Locke Weems. Now, Weems was a Washington biographer, and he created a lot of the embellishments around Washington to basically almost create like a folk hero with Washington. It increased his popularity, made him a better man of the people, created a legend around him that he used to basically financially gain from and make himself rich off of. We continue this with another founding father and president, Thomas Jefferson. In this case, while there is a lot we could go into, and I don't have enough time, I could do a whole series on probably Thomas Jefferson alone. We're going to talk about one of his more funny, famous ones, which is that the man brought macaroni to the United States, and that he's the founder of macaroni and cheese here in the United States. And this couldn't be further from the truth. So the first thing we need to address is that word macaroni. Typically, when we think of macaroni, we think of the elbow-shaped pasta. However, Jefferson was using the word macaroni as a generic term for any type of pasta. Now, he was extremely interested in pasta. We have evidence that shows through letters that he purchased a pasta machine in the late 1700s and had it shipped to the United States, but at the earliest, it probably wouldn't have arrived until after the 1790s. We do know that beforehand, the colonies had pasta, and that it was readily available, and we also have recipes of people adding cheese to pasta, so he wouldn't have created either or brought it here. He might have made it famous as being a very famous figure, eating it. That could have caused fame to happen to it. We do know that he's done this before. One of the items he really popularized was ice cream. His eating of it, his sharing it with people, his work to make it more readily available to a larger portion of people really made him famous with it. So that's it for today with Misconceptions in History. Look forward to the next time.